guys, in the previous video we learned to name every single note on our piano keyboard. In this video we're going to look at the distance or relationship between two notes that sit together, such as C and C sharp. If we look at our piano, we can see that E and F and B and C sit right next to one another. There is no black note in between them. We say that these notes are a semitone apart. The semitone is the smallest step we can take on the keyboard, from one note to the note directly next door to it. Here are some other examples of semitones. As you can see, these notes are directly next to one another. If notes are next to each other but have one note in between them, we say that they are a tone apart. C to D and F to G, for example, are tones because there is a note that sits between them. Other examples of tones are As we can see, these notes are all next to each other, but with one note in between them. We can say that a tone is made up of two semitones. C to C sharp is a semitone, C sharp to D is a semitone, and C to D is a tone. When we write a series of notes, we indicate where the semitones fall by drawing a slur. A slur is a small curved line that goes from one note head to the next. If we look at this passage, we can use the keyboard to work out where our semitones fall. If we start on the E and then move to the F sharp, we can see that there is an F natural in between these notes. This means that this is a tone and it is not marked with a slur. The distance between F sharp and G sharp is also a tone, as there is a G natural between the two notes. G sharp to A, on the other hand, is a semitone because these notes sit right next to one another. We will mark this semitone with a slur. The distance from A to B, B to C sharp, and C sharp to D sharp are all tones, as there is a note in between each of these pairs. If I go from D sharp to E, I can see that I have another semitone, as D sharp and E sit right next to each other on the keyboard. I will also mark this semitone with a slur. As you can see, I relied on my keyboard to work out where the tones and semitones were. It's really important for you to be able to draw this keyboard in case you don't have one on hand. Start by drawing a large rectangle. Split the rectangle in half with a smaller side on the left and a bigger side on the right. Draw two small rectangles within the smaller side and three smaller rectangles in the bigger side. Draw small vertical lines down from each smaller rectangle to complete your piano. The keyboard will assist you in many of the theoretical concepts we will learn. Please ensure that you know how to draw this so that you are never without one.